Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. It's the 9th of February. We're starting, it's a Monday, and we're going to start off with all kinds of problems it seems with the Ukraine, with Greece asking for the money reparations from Nazi Germany some 70 years ago. So it's quite an interesting way to start the week off. So let's start looking at crude oil. Crude oil is actually up on the day. We're up about a 1.75%. As you can see quite clearly on the chart that we're looking at, we've had the move down. Clearly, this has been an ongoing trend for quite some time, and finally we sort of rounded this bottom out. We had a weekly. It kicked in right here at 51.73. That told us that the trend was up. Okay, that's our indicator. The weeklies for trending on commodities and the dailies for timing. So we kicked in on the weekly at 51.73. That was the entry point. And we're currently trading at 53.23. So we had a little bit of a profit there. We're over the 50 line, and it looks like it wants to go higher. I say if it closes up towards the highs of the day of 53.65, I think that would be a very good sign that this market wants to continue going higher, and maybe we put a very solid bottom in here. So let's move on. Looking at gold, gold is basically still in an uptrend. If you remember, we always use the weekly for gold right here and the daily for timing, which is right underneath. So you should be out of the market right now based on our trade triangle technology. So you're out at 12.59, currently trading at 12.41. Let's see what happens to this market. I think we'll see this market regroup. My gut feeling is we're going to see this market, as I say, regroup, and I think we can see I think we're still seeing these higher highs and higher lows. I think that's the important thing to look at, higher highs and higher lows. So it looks as though the trend continues up. We've got a long-term green. That means the trend is up for gold. This is going to be, I think, what's going to drive this is going to be instability in, obviously, Ukraine and also in Greece, as well as some fear of paper money and people moving into hard assets. We're over the 200-day moving average. Gold continues to look in a positive light for us. I think look for some regrouping and then a move back up, but we could probably see a trend line here. Once that's broken, I think we'll be on our way on the upside. This is the S&P 500 cash, and you can see all of our trade triangles are positive and green, and it looks, one thing this is going to be, in my opinion, this is either going to be a huge top or a huge base to push the market still higher on the upside. So let's see how that plays out, but the trends are all positive. You can see them here, plus 100, seeing a strong trend. We're over the 50 line, indicating a strong trend on the upside. A little bit of a mixed picture in the Dow, which is only 30 stocks, but you can see that our monthly right here is negative, while our other markets are positive. The green weekly is positive. You should be out of the market right now, but it's still a kind of like not a clear picture where this wants to go. It really isn't. So I would be on the sidelines in this market. We're over the 50 line, indicating the bulls may have a slight edge at this point in time, but nothing to write home about. On the Nasdaq, a completely different story. You've got all of our positive trade triangles here, the monthly and the weekly, indicating a strong upward trend. It looks as though it wants to build support. These are the lines in the sand. We talked about this before earlier last week. If we go below these lines, if we go below 4,550, that would be a very negative sign in my opinion, but we're slightly over the 50 line, and all our trade triangles are green, indicating the trend is up, and you should be trading this market from the long side. This is the euro. This is what Angela Merkel's over here about. This is Greece wanting to get out, and they're pushing it down. It's a race to the bottom of the currencies, but euro has sort of flattened out, but if you look at the trend, it sort of comes out here, and then it has a little bit of recovery and goes back down. So a little bit more, goes back down, a little bit. And I think this is just another indication that we may be having another push down. There's no indication that this market's turned. All of our trade triangles are red, indicating a downward trend for the euro against the American dollar. Now these are the three sectors we're going to talk about. These are ETFs, and the symbol we're looking at is XLB. It's the Materials Select Sector Spider, and we think this market is in an uptrend based on our trade triangles right here, and also the fact that you've just broken out above these lines and this line right here. So again, it looks as though it wants to continue up, and perhaps to the 51 level. Not a lot of these aren't going to have have big moves, but it's just to show you that we do have some strong trending sectors in the American economy right now. You're also above the 50 line, indicating upward strength. The next sector we're looking at is the industrial select sector. That's symbol is XLI. And you can see on this sector you're over the 50 line again, and that's a positive. And also our trade triangles are also positive with a plus 90. Just sort of, we had a signal Friday at 56.58 and the market's 56.18, so you can actually pick it up a little bit lower, and I still think this market's going to go a little bit higher. So let's see how that plays out. It looks like a pretty safe sector to be in at the moment. Last sector is the SPDR Consumer Discretionary Select, and that sector is positive. You can see the symbol is right here, and that's XLY, and you can see it really is beginning to build that base to push higher. It took out the previous high, which is right here. Really didn't close that well, but it looks as though it still wants to go higher. I think we can get some momentum to push it higher. And let me just move this thing here right now. If you look at the sort of little mini head and shoulders right here, you can see this is the neckline right here. So you can count from this level right here, just below 69 to, I would say, just over 71, and that takes you up to the 73, 74 level. So not a lot on the upside, but it does look as though it wants to go higher with a positive score on our trade triangles and also above the line on the RSI indicator. Hey, I'm Adam Hewison. Thanks for stopping by. Every success in the market. We'll be back tomorrow, and have a great trading day, everyone.